Hey guys, it's Ashley and I am a early childhood worker. I work with the toddlers at my child development center. And today I'm going to be sharing some tips for circle time. All right. I've had circle times of upwards of an hour before with toddlers, which is a pretty long time for them to focus. So these are just some tips that I've come up with to help your circle time run more smoothly and be able to keep their attention for longer. If you like this kind of thing, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that you'll get notifications every time that I upload. All right, my first tip is called sit-upons. This is just what I call them. I don't know if they have like an official name, but I heard about this from a therapist friend that I have. She suggested sit-upons. So what I do is I make mine for free. If you want to see a video on how to make them, comment below and I'll show you how. But basically what I did was I got construction paper. I drew different shapes because that's one of the things we're working on, and in different colors, so that two things, colors and shapes. And then I cut them out. I laminated them and I cut them out of the laminating paper. And then I give them to the kids, and what they do is they sit on them. So anytime they try to get up, I say, sit on your sit-upon, sit on your sit-upon. And then most of them, some of them are more stubborn than others, but most of them, they will go and sit back down. I had this one girl, funny story real quick. I had this one girl who I said, sit on your sit-upon, and she took her sit-upon shape and she was standing and she just held it by her bottom and just held it there. And I'm just like, oh boy. Oh goodness, girl. All right. The next tip I have for you is called hands down. And have you ever had that problem where you're reading a story, you're reading a book, and one of the kids, maybe it's a pop-up book that can rip easily, or a paper book, and you're reading it and one of the kids reaches up and tries to grab the pages? Well, what I like to teach my kids is hands down. So what I do is whenever they reach up to touch the page, touch the book, I say hands down, take their wrist and bring them down. And most of the time they'll bring it right back up, hands down, bring it right back up, hands down, bring it right. And keep doing that until they stop. And what you can do is you can even make a game out of it. So in my classroom, we have these little noise makers, these little shakers. And so what I do is I give each child a shaker. I say, hands up, hands down, hands up. And when they're doing hands up, they can make as much noise as they want with their little shakers. And then hands down, they have to be quiet. So hands up, hands down, hands up, hands down. And they think it is the best game ever. So that's my next tip, is hands down. I like to find songs and books for everything that I'm teaching because they listen to their songs and their books because those are the most interesting things for them. Recently, I just found a song called Crazy Color Creatures. If you want me to make a video on the lyrics to that and how I implement that, I would be happy to do that. Show you kind of my flashcards and everything for them. But this is a song that helps kids learn their colors. So lots of repetition. Fred Red bumped his head, Fred Red bumped his head, Fred Red bumped his head, crazy color creatures. So you're repeating, like, the words are all rhyming with the color, and they have one for every color. And the words are rhyming, so you're getting that repetition. Even though it's not the exact word, it's still repeating most of the word. So I think it's a really good way to do it. I also have books on colors and books on shapes and all kinds of different things because they love the books and they love the songs. So if you can implement that into whatever you're teaching, it'll make it a lot easier for them to pay attention. My next tip is to change locations. And what I mean by this isn't necessarily change your locations every day, like one day have it in this place, one day have it this place. Keep it consistent, especially with toddlers. You want it very consistent. And, yeah, you want it very consistent. You want the same thing every day. But what I do is I'll have the first part of my circle time on the rug. And then that's where they have the sit-upons and everything. And then I get up, I collect their sit-upons, put away the books, and then we go to the table and we sit at the table. And so one, that gets them a chance to get up and kind of move around a little bit, but in the middle of circle time without it being disruptive. It also just gives them a little bit of change of pace, I guess. So that's how I do it. That's how I like to do it. So we read the books and sing the songs on the circle, on the rug, and then we do flashcards and sing more songs at the table, and we do coloring and stuff. The next thing is make it fun. So especially with toddlers, a lot of them can't verbalize yet, or can't verbalize completely, so they can't necessarily sing the songs with you. So twinkle, twinkle, little star, they can't sing that with you. But if you go twinkle, twinkle, little star, they can do the little hand gestures. So add those hand gestures, add those, different things that you can do to encourage them to participate. And the next one is encourage participation. So maybe I'll ask, have like a red car and a yellow car. And I'll look at Alex and say, Alex, is this a red car or a yellow car? Or I'll say, which car is red? And, hopefully he'll pick the right one. But encourage that participation. Encourage them to do the hand gestures with you. If they don't do the hand gestures, what you can do is you can always take their hands and kind of show them, so like what I do is we pad our ABCs on our lap. So we go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, so on and so forth. So what I do is if a kid isn't padding with me, I will, sometimes I'll sit them on my lap, sometimes I won't. And I'll take their little hands and I'll pat their lap and I'll be like, A, B, C, D, just to get them to do it. So I can make a whole video on how to get kids to imitate you, how to improve their imitation. If you guys are interested, comment below if you want a video on that. All right. And those are all my tips. I hope some of those helped. If you like this kind of thing, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification if you want to get notifications every time I upload a video. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!